So I finally got around to watching the Boruto episode. It came out yesterday. I just watched this on Monday, and you're going to be seeing this on Monday because I was really tired yesterday and I didn't really feel like watching the episode. But I got around to it finally, and episodes like these are honestly kind of hard for me to really talk about because as much as I would like to talk about the action and show you footage, I don't want the video to get claimed because of, Shueisha and TV Tokyo and stuff like that, claiming the video, and I potentially would have to take it down and then re-edit the video and blah blah blah, right? I could potentially show you screenshots. I've done it before in the past, but and it's an episode like this with how good the animation was and how impressive it looked and how entertaining the fighting was overall. I think this is honestly an episode that episodes like these honestly are stuff that you need to be able to watch yourself and have a first impression of what you thought of it. This is basically just me talking about it, but yeah, basically within the episode, we finally get the rematch fight of Boruto and Sawada versus Deepa, and Orochimaru ends up showing up later in the episode because Konohamaru is fucking fodder at this point, and Orochimaru is the one who fights Victor. And basically the outcome of the fight in both of the fights is that Mitsuki actually ends up showing up, which no surprise, I think I even actually mentioned it before in the last video last week, and I said that it could be Log, but then I actually looked at the smaller stature of the figure that Orochimaru showed up with, and I went ahead and made the assumption that it could have been Mitsuki. But then when Mitsuki showed up, and when I saw that it was him, I started coming up with this theory, and I was like, well, it could just be Log, but he transformed into Mitsuki for some reason, right? Because last time we saw Mitsuki, he went under sleep, so for all we know, that could have been a possibility. But no, not only do we see Mitsuki in Sage Mode, I immediately threw it out of the table, and then they pretty much fucking shoved it right in front of my face and said, like, no, this isn't Log, this is actually, in fact, the regular Mitsuki, because Orochimaru even says that they found a donor, and yeah, Log basically offered a donor organ, basically, so that way Mitsuki can be able to actually do stuff for the fight. And yeah, basically the outcome for their fight of Boruto, Mitsuki, Sawada versus Deepa is that, obviously they're not able to handle him because Deepa is fucking insane and has the most incredible defensive out of any Naruto character so far. Sawada awakens her second Tomoe final. I've been talking about this for fucking ever, honestly. The fact that Sawada has not awakened her second Tomoe, she finally did it within this episode, and yeah, it was really cool how she awakened it, but I'm still so fucking confused as to why it took like 174 episodes across like 3 years, like 3.5 years, I think, for Sawada to finally get her second Tomoe when it took Sasuke, her dad, to awaken it in the first fucking arc. I'm so pissed. Not really. I'm still just kind of honestly baffled by how long it took. And then the episode ends off their fight with the finale with Boruto using his compression with Sengun, and the first time it doesn't work, but the second time it does, because they also kind of do like a team attack where Mitsuki and Sawada kind of, I would assume, gave Boruto more of their chakra to be able to intensify the attack even more. And Deepa actually pulls out like this, like he basically uses like the carbon that he's been using the entire time on his body. He surrounds his entire body in that, and it's basically an impenetrable defense, but there's obviously a downside of that because he's probably using a lot more of his chakra. And because of that, that causes Deepa to end up losing. And then Victor just gets fucking eaten by the Divine Tree, and then that's basically it. He gets eaten by the Divine Tree, and nothing else happens because of that. In the way that they explain why Victor was getting absorbed by the Divine Tree that was created by Victor was because they used the Hashirama cell to be able to recreate it, but that was the thing. They recreated the God Tree, and so because it wasn't the original God Tree and it was just basically a reiteration of it, it was only going to be able to consume chakra and nothing else. It would never be able to bear fruit. So that's basically why the tree ends up getting destroyed like the way that it does, and Victor ultimately gets destroyed by it, which is kind of ironic, but that was kind of like, man, I really wanted to see, like, I don't know, maybe Konohamaru kill him somehow. I don't fucking know. It was weird. That ends off with Mia she basically ends up testifying like about like everything that happened because politics, which is why she ended up going there. I was honestly wondering why she was running over there. I was like, did you want to die, lady? No, it was because of that, and whatever. But that was basically it. That was kind of basically the episode. No, that's the most important stuff that happened. The most exciting stuff, honestly, of the episode was just the animation and the fighting itself, and that was basically it. If you want to watch the episode, go watch the episode, obviously, because you're going to enjoy it a lot more watching it than you are going to be hearing about me talking about it, but it was cool. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you guys next video. I'm out. Peace.